It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Broncos and the reigning Super Bowl champs on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Toronto Ball Club as they enter play here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Toronto. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first look is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard.
They'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown! A big play there. 78 yards. And the Huskies on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They give it to Williams, running right. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that could be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A 1st down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Harrison. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
So they bring out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Running right through it. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down. Jameis to throw it. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Winston. It's caught on the right side. Williams. A solid stiff arm. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Winston. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A 1st down throw for Winston. Flush to his right. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
Well, this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Blankenship's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Play fake. Winston. Being chased out left. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Taken down at the 41. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I'm ready to take over, baby. Staying,
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
It's a gain of 6.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Flushed out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49-yard line.
A give to Williams, running right. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, Halftime will join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Out of bounds at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston has got it to Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd goal.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Jameis Winston, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Point after try forthcoming. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This offense back to work now late in this 1st half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. 2nd down and inches. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Back to throw again. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin out in Houston, and it's the Chargers who are on top in the second quarter. The Chargers trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they lead the visiting Chicago Bears at the half. K.J. Hamler, a touchdown catch in that first half. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Broncos. And they didn't get a whole lot done in the rushing department in those first 2 quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. Meanwhile, on the other side, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Keep playing. At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Steele. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Winston. Can't get away, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Denver. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Escape. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Brandon, never ceases to amaze me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we've seen in college football, where they've gotten smaller and faster on the defensive side of the ball. But they brought that to the NFL because it is hard for an offensive lineman to keep them away from the quarterback.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Patterson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain. I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Gotta give credit to both defenses because they've been able to keep the points down. And despite that incompletion, I like the way he's playing. He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make that sound read and hit that one home run before this one's over.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now they'll run on the draw. Oh, he bowls over it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 44 yards on the ground for him so far. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Winston. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Jameis to throw it. This is the tight end Fant. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it with Williams. Pushes him aside at the 10. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Throwing, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement Sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Blankenship out for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to Toronto. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And now here's a carry heading left. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Back to throw here. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Huskies are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now the try here for the point after. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Denver's offense ready to go again.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Winston now. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Off the draw, here's Williams. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, it's Williams. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let him get anywhere near it.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 40. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Looking to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Winston. That's going to be caught by Judy. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 77 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line. Let's go.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick here is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Winston readies the offense. Down by a field goal, 65 seconds remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Winston to throw.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Jameis trying to hurry his crew to the line. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are on the field?
Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Williams. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Now Winston. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Now the first throw in overtime for Winston. And his throw is incomplete. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
Here's Matt Hawk now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. So possession goes over here on the punt. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done, now part 2. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up
He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
brings up 2nd and 4.
Now back to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all time. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Toronto, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.